We're live. Excellent. Okay. We're a few minutes late, but we're live, everybody. Camera's still not working. Damn it.
What?
I don't know. I guess I plugged it in at the wrong time. Oh, well, you'll just have to see me grainy today. That's all there is to it. So we are here tonight live. Oh, yeah, that's grainy. Oh, well. It's going to bother me, but, what are you going to do, right? No one's here yet anyway, so. Thank you for being here. I am going to show you the decks that I'm using tonight. So for those of you that make a donation, we'll be using the Witch's Wisdom, the Seasons of the Witch, and Making Magic. There's that one too. And then also too, I'll be doing some free draws for Talking to Heaven. And so all you have to do in the comments to get one of these cards is just sort of say who you're looking to connect with on the other side, anyone that's passed kind of thing. So let me know and we will draw those cards for you. So we'll look in the chat regularly. So don't worry, Sarah's here and she's monitoring the chat to see what everyone has to say, and if they've got comments and they want to look to the other side and see what their loved ones on the other side might have to say. So we have a lot going on. I have an open house, sort of a business celebration. It'll be my 11th year officially in business as a tarot card reader. I was in business before that, but 11 years ago is when I kind of got brick and mortar kind of thing. I got off the road and stopped being a gypsy and started doing tarot readings with local clients and whatnot and not traveling around so much. So it's my 11th year, so I'm really happy about that. I was looking back on my Facebook page and I started it 11 years ago on Halloween. So I thought, wow, Halloween weekend's coming up, so let's do some celebrating. I'm going to have lots on sale. I've got lots of jewelry that I've been bringing in, so all kinds of necklaces and bracelets and rings and things. And so there's some shopping to be had. I have some books that I'm looking to unload as well. People always want access to my library, and I do have a secret library, and I am a hoarder of books. I will admit that. What you see here in the parlor is a very, very, very small fraction of what I actually have, but I'm going to be bringing some in because sometimes I get duplicates of books because sometimes clients bring me books and I already have the book and maybe didn't realize it, or sometimes I've bought books and not realized I already had that copy. And then there's also I'm just, sort of purging my book collection a little bit. So most of them are mystical and magically connected in some way. So feel free to come in and browse them and buy some secondhand books off of me if you like. And we're going to be doing lots of draws and having special prizes and things like that. And there's going to be like a loot bag for people. And so I'm really excited about that. And then also too, if you find me on Facebook, normally I put out my page, which is Goddess Garage Tarot Parlor, but I also have a couple other group things on Facebook. So I have straight up Goddess Garage on Facebook that you can find as a group as well. But I also have Goddess Shopping and Saving because I'm an Amazon affiliate. So buying through Amazon helps support a small business if you do purchase through Amazon, if you purchase through one of the links that I put up. So even if I put up a link of something you're not going to buy, you can still click through there and make your purchases. And it helps me as a small business because I get a little kickback. I don't get a lot, but lots of orders add up kind of thing. So if you want to help support me, you can do that by clicking on one of the links, and you can go to my group that's specifically about shopping and saving because I'm an affiliate, I get some special prices and reductions. So it's definitely good to go to that group. Maybe say what you're looking for too, if there's something specific you're looking for, because I can see if I get a special price on whatever you're looking for. But I also put up on there different sales that I see that I think are like really good sales, because sometimes I get a 50% off kind of thing. And right now on that group, Goddess Shopping and Saving, there is a draw for a $25 Amazon gift certificate. So if you want to win that Amazon gift certificate, you just got to pop over there. You'll see the contest. It's the trick or treat contest. The draw will happen on Halloween. So you have all this week to kind of get in on it. And it gives all the little instructions as what to do. It's pretty simple, straightforward. It's like, you got to like the post, you got to invite 5 friends to the group, and you have to make in the comments, your 5 friends have to accept as well, because I can see when they accept and I see who's invited them. So that's how it qualifies you for that. And also say what your favorite Halloween treat is. Whether you were a kid and you loved the Kit Kat bars, or you preferred the little bags of chips, or you're one of those weird ones that liked the kisses because they were always like, oh, they pulled your teeth out even as a kid. Anyways, so if anybody wants a card, I am doing special draws because October is the month when the veil starts to thin. And yes, it's at the thinnest on October 31st, which is Samhain or Halloween. However, it is thinning this whole time. So it's not like one day it just goes really thin. And Halloween and our Samhain is not just a one day kind of one and done. It's actually a whole festival, and it lasts for usually about 3 to 4 days. So the veil is thin for the next 3 days after. And that's the reason why a lot of different spiritual things and religious groups around the world have like All Saints Day, All Souls Day, because the veil is still thin at that point, and Day of the Dead is celebrated around there. And I think they usually do it for about a week or so, because the veil is still fairly thin at that time, and then it starts to go back to its normal. But again, it takes a little while. So into November, so not just October, into November is a good time to also commune with the dead, because the veil is thinner then, but it's getting back to its normal. So beginning of November is a better time to kind of do those activities if you want to get in touch with someone on the other side. And so I'm going to do the card draw for Sarah Wynn, because I know she's top of the list. And we'll see if Sarah Wynn comes on here. She's not here right now, but that's okay. If she comes on here and wants Talking to Heaven one, just let us know. Because when you make those donations, you get on the list, and you don't have to be present for the card reading. You can do it on the rewatch and that sort of thing, right? So Sarah, you've got, the first card you got is Protection, and a magic circle of protection. So right now you have protection around you. So know that. So know that you can do those risky things. Maybe you hesitate on something because you're not sure, and it's like, is it going to go well? You have protection around you right now. So this is a good time to do those things or those projects that maybe make you a little faint of heart kind of thing, or make you sort of stop and think. You've got that protection around you. So know that also too, your spirit guides and angels are around you right now as well, because they're usually the ones that are protecting you. And you've got the Underworld as your second card. And I think you got the Underworld last week or the week before too. I seem to be seeing this card quite a bit. So it's hand over your known, a shift is near. Take a leap, your journey is clear. And this Underworld card actually is a 4. So like I always say, you can't level up in life until you see a 4 enter it. And I think that's why it started out with protection. You're protected because you're going into a shift, and the shift might scare you. And you might be like, I don't know if I want to take that risk, or, I might fall down, I might get hurt, whatever kind of thing. And it's saying hand over your known. So you know things, and they want you to let go of what you know and trust in things you don't know right now. And that's how the shift kind of happens. And it wants you to take a leap. So wherever your path is, it involves a leap that's going to kind of scare you. So know that if it scares you, do it, because that's exactly where you're supposed to be right now. This week, you're not supposed to be comfortable in your activities and moving forward in your projects, whatever you might be doing. And it says you're on target. You're on target. So it says follow your ideal life path. So, sometimes when we're, building a project or building a business or something like that, we often take the road of caution, thinking it's the rational, more logical road. And sometimes you just got to throw things to the wind and just see what works and be willing to take that risk. Will I be able to afford this place that I want to get for my business? You won't know till you get there. And if you can't, that's okay too. If you can, even better. And a lot of times it pays off to take that risk. I moved just recently into this bigger parlor. And it was a little bit of a scary move. One, because I'm coming out of lockdown. I've been paying for a space that I couldn't use for most of the last year or so. But yet I still want a bigger space because I want to be able to have meditation circles and classes and workshops and things like that. But it means a bigger price tag. So I'm trusting in the universe that this is where I'm supposed to go. And I've been given all the signs. I believe that, yes, this is where I'm supposed to be. So far, so good. So far, I'm supposed to be here. And I really love this new space as well. And it's working out. So it's sometimes worth it to take that risk, even though it can be very, very scary. So let's do a draw for Avery.
Yeah.
Let's do a draw for Avery and see what's going on for Avery. Avery, what are the cards going to say to thee? All right, this one. And then for your magic card, what is your magic card going to be? What are you hoping for in life, Avery? All right, this is the one right here. Okay. So, Avery, your first card you got is Pentacle and Respect. So it's a card of respect, but it's also a card of ritual. And we very much respect ourselves when we create rituals in our lives. There's always, it's good to have good habits, right? But a habit or a ritual is a habit that's been elevated to the sacred, to the divine. So maybe it's time to take a look at your life and see what good habits do you have, and how can you elevate them into ritual, which then in turn creates an aura of respect around you so that people can't help but listen to what you're saying, respect what you're saying, know that you two are important and what you have to say is important, or what you have to do is important. So if you're looking for that respect, if maybe it's lacking in some area of your life, learn to love yourself and create those habits and elevate them to that ritual level. So then your other, what are you looking for?
The deck you're using.
Oh, the deck I'm using. I am using, sorry, I stole them back on you.
Yeah, you did.
Seasons of the Witch.
Put that one.
Which is wisdom. Okay. Talking to Heaven. Okay. There you go.
Sorry, everyone.
No, it's all good. So back to you, Avery. So the other card you got, which is Seasons of the Witch, you got Silence. Interesting. So it says, and these cards are a little cryptic, it says, there is a sweet embrace in the nothingness. Stillness brings a presence of self, fully embodied. Again, a presence of self, that's talking again to that ritual level of habits, bringing them to that ritual level. And really, like a lot of rituals, like a lot of habits can become rituals, like brushing your teeth even can become a ritual, and it's a self-care ritual. It's a self-love ritual. Eating right is another ritual. We have a lot of rituals around food itself. I mean, we bring food into almost every celebration we have through the year anyways, but also too in eating, there's a lot of people that say grace, or we have these little idiosyncrasies that we'd like to do, like we want the fork over here and we want to just put this much salt on, or whatever. You can create that ritual because this food is about to go into you and nourish you and provide you with the nutrients that you need to carry on a very full life. And this silence is the sweet embrace of nothingness, knowing how to sit in silence, knowing the art of doing nothing. I wrote an article many years ago on the art of doing nothing, and it's a form of meditation, but you're not umming and your eyes aren't closed. It's just sitting and watching the world go by and not trying to make judgments on what goes by, not trying to make comments or think about what's going by, but just allowing yourself to let the things go by, whether it's a bumblebee or whether it's a car or whatever it might be, or people are walking past, whatever it might be, just watch them in that moment, in that now with them, with no judgment, with no thought. And this is practice for when you meditate, that then you have the ability, because you now know how to do this, of letting the thoughts come in and letting them go back out. And that's a big thing for a lot of people when they're meditating. They say, well, I can never stop thinking. You're never going to stop thinking, but you can allow the thoughts to flow in and flow out, as opposed to flowing in and you grabbing them and feeling like you got to hang on to it because you're afraid I might forget and I won't think of it afterwards. And so you're reinforcing all those negative things, and then you're getting rid of the meditative shift that can happen. So that's what this silence is about. And it's in meditation that something for you is going to end. Something that you want to come to a conclusion will happen once you start meditating, because I think it's in the meditation that you get the answer. But it starts with respecting yourself and creating rituals around you. And then for what your magic is time to shine. And it says, create the energetic renaissance for golden opportunities. So you're going to resonate out once you've done this, that creates golden opportunities. And we all know what gold means, right? You're going to strike gold. So you're going to have that time to shine, but there might also be some money involved, some increase of money, some found money, some bonus money of some kind. But it's also going to be like you'll be noticed for something, whether it's, you want to be noticed by the boss for a pay raise, or whether you want to be noticed by perhaps a new boss for a new job. This will happen for you, but this has to happen first. So keep that in mind if that's something you want to do or change in your life. That's how the cards are saying it will be most successful for you. Okay, so I hope that helps everybody. Again, I am also doing the bonus of Talking to Heaven. There's no donation or anything needed. We're in October, so this is a great time to reach across to the other world to connect with those that have passed before us. If there's anyone out there that you want to connect with, please say so in the comments who you want to connect with, and I will draw a Talking to Heaven card for you and see if there's any messages from past loved ones. All right. So I'm going to take another sip of tea. And I will. So I'll do a reading for Catherine. Oh, I picked up my regular tarot cards because it's usually what I pick up when I'm doing readings. All right, Catherine, let's see what's going on with you. See what's happening. Mm-hmm. 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 The 1 week we don't have any technical difficulties. It's like, okay. They probably got sick of the technical difficulties. That's okay. All right. Okay, Catherine, your first card is Witch's Cottage and Security. And I know you like to make a very happy home and nest and all these kind of things. So this is saying you are right where you're supposed to be right now. This is good. I think you probably already knew this. And it's time to kind of embrace that, hominess and get that the juices going again, the baking and the crafting and all this fun stuff that you love to do. But also too, it's a very healing for you. You are a healer. And it says, this card says, listen as the medicine bleeds through her teeth. A river of mercy blessed by mother, seen only by those who hold her mirror. Now, when they say mother, they're speaking of the moon because she's in mother mode when she's full. And it's in the mirror of the moon that is reflected that you are able to see yourself for how amazing you are. And I know these cards are very cryptic. It's like, listen to the medicine bleed as the medicine bleeds through her teeth. So she's, the last full moon actually was a blood moon as well. So blood is often associated with the moon because it's a female sort of energy, and a lot of women in the world, our menstruation and times of our period are reflected by the moon. The most common time for women to get their period is in the waning moon, when the moon is releasing. So it's a releasing energy. So a lot of us tend to bleed in the waning to dark moon time. Now there's always exceptions to the rule, but that is the biggest time. It's kind of cool because in the full moon is the highest time for women to give birth. It doesn't matter what full moon, what season, but more births happen under a full moon than other stages of the moon. And that's when she's at her fullest as well. So she's just coming out of her fullness. So she's releasing right now. So this is a good time for you to release as well. Maybe it's a time for purging and a time for organizing and that sort of thing, especially with the holiday season coming up. It's always good to kind of get things cleared out because new stuff comes in. And, pay attention to those moon cycles because it will often sort of ebb and flow with your cycle, and know that when you're in this releasing moon time, it's great to purge and whatnot, but don't work super hard because we're going into a rest time and rest up for the new moon for when you start new projects. So keep that in mind. Over the next couple of weeks is more of a rest time, maybe getting rid of some stuff, organizing some stuff, whatever it might be, but don't push hard. Don't start new projects and push really hard just yet. Now, speaking of the moon, your magic is triple moon. There you go. And it says, embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly, because we are both. We are, divine beings having a human experience. And this plane of experience is one of the only planes that has a dual kind of energy about it. Like there's the yin and there's the yang, there's the black and the white, there's the positive, the negative. We have a lot of opposites, and it doesn't always happen in other realms. But this is the one where you have a lighter side and a darker side, and you can be both. So you can be both earthly and divine. You can ground and connect through your root chakra, and yet you can connect through your crown chakra to the divine and the angels and whatnot. So embrace those aspects of yourself and allow them to come through. Sometimes you're the mother, sometimes you're the maid, and sometimes you're the crone. And learn about each of the phases as well. Okay, so I hope that helps. We got anyone else we want to do?
Oh, me.
Yeah, you, of course.
Let's do me.
Let's do you. Okay. All right, let's do Sarah and see what Sarah gets. Oh, there's yours. Okay. And now, Sarah, what's in store for you? Come on, little cards. All right, Sarah. Okay, Sarah, your first card is Litha and Intensification. Ooh. So this is the summer solstice card. And as you can see, it's all sparkly. And there's a big fire because summer solstice is about fire. So this is about intensifying everything you're doing in your life. Focusing, not, approaching everything fearlessly kind of thing. So that's interesting that comes up. As we're going into winter, Sarah's going into summer.
I always do everything backwards anyway, so sounds about right.
You're right on point with this card. You got All Hallows Eve. Ooh. So it says, I haven't got this one yet, and it's number 1. It says, call upon the voices that stir your senses through the night. Cast an unforgiven howl as you stomp your might through the ground. Well, that makes sense with this intensification. It wants you to let the powers be known that you are there. And we already know you are a force and you're a power manifester, because what you want, you bring in, and you're able to connect to people in your life in a very strong and intensive way. So I think this is maybe it's just reminding you about how powerful you truly are. Because I know you've had a long day. And I know you've had some long weeks because you've been going through some stuff, but it's just reminding you, like, pound the ground and let people know you're there. Howl, like, oh, because you have that power to be able to do that. And the more power you have in you, the more you kind of create around you, and things get pushed through because you make sure that they go through, kind of thing. So yeah, this is cool. And All Hallows Eve will probably be quite an intensive time for you. Your magic is happy love. And it says a joyful, stable partnership and good friends. Which
Whoa.
I know you have.
Whoa.
But it's just maybe reminding you again of the greatness that you have in your life. So that's really cool. That's very cool that all those things came up. And Litha is a very powerful female deity as well. So yeah, embrace her. She can be scary to those that get scared. Know her. She's a force to be reckoned with, but she's amazing to know. All right. So hopefully you can join me on all my various pages. I know Sarah's probably put in the description all my links to everything that I'm on. But there are a couple of groups that usually are linked as well. So look for me on Facebook, Goddess Shopping and Saving, because you can win a $25 Amazon gift certificate. Just as a reminder, I'll be doing the draw on Halloween of 2021. In case people are watching this 10 years later and want to know where the contest is, it's not there anymore. And then also too, I have my Goddess Garage group. You're more than welcome to join. You do kind of have to ask or answer a couple questions or whatever, because I do have to filter for spammers every now and again. Join up, know that I'll get there eventually, and I will approve you if you are a normal human being. And you can see there's different things on the Goddess Garage group as opposed to the page. Of course, we kind of do commingle a little bit. And then on Instagram, I do tend to put up a lot of my art from my junk journals that I do. So if you're looking for inspiration, or if you want to purchase a junk journal, I've been selling a lot of them lately. This is the last week that I'm doing for custom junk journals for Christmas. So if you want a Christmas junk journal for someone in your family or for yourself or whatever, this is the last week. I'll work with pretty much any reasonable budget. That being said, they usually start at least at $50 and go up from there. I have sold as high as $300. So it just depends on what you want. If you want to order a custom junk journal for yourself or someone else, I do actually do a junk journal interview. It's a free interview. Of course, there's no charge for that. But really what I do is I do an interview of what your favorite things are, what you like, maybe what you're looking for in your journal, or what you're looking for if you're buying it for someone else, what you're looking for in their journal, what you think they would like, and all that kind of stuff, because then I customize it. And the cool thing about a junk journal is that even when I do my batch junk journals, so meaning I do all witch ones or I do all Christmas ones or whatever, no two are ever alike, because I don't have, I'm customizing each one. So you'll always get different things in each one. No two are alike. Your junk journal will be totally unique from the next junk journal. So that's the cool thing about junk journals. I like to make unique things like that because my fairy candles are like that as well. You can find me on my Etsy store. It's in part of my links and stuff, and you can check those out. And you can do custom fairy candles as well. So just pick your 3 favorite colors, and I incorporate those into the candle. I Reiki infuse them, as well as healing fairy energy is put into them. And then the herbs on the top are specially formulated herbs, like conjured herbs, that the fairies have guided me as to which need to go on a particular candle for whether we want healing, or we want good luck to come in, or you just need to find love or something like that. Hello, who am I talking to? Is that B? It says B. Hello, B. How are you tonight? Thank you for being here. Right now I'm doing draws from Talking to Heaven deck for anyone that wants one. All you have to do is ask first, and then put in the comments who you'd like to get in touch with, like, your best friend George, or your mother, or your great aunt that passed, or whoever it might be. Just let me know, and we can find a message in the cards. While we're waiting for anyone that wants to, oh, great, yeah. So let me know who you'd like to get in touch with, B, and we will draw a card for you. And then we'll also do a group draw, which I'm going to do it from the magic one, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see what the magic one has to do. So here's the group card. We'll do that. Your crush sage, is he passed away? Because this is for people that have passed away. So I don't want to draw a card from this deck, because I don't want to influence that in any way. Yeah, so we're doing draws for people that have passed. Oh, he's definitely alive. Yeah, so we don't want to draw a death card for him.
No.
That wouldn't be good. All right, so this is the group card, but B, you think about who you'd like to get in touch with who's maybe passed away. So the group card is fire. Ooh, intense. Okay, it says the element of fire heralds new life for everyone that's listening to this. Renewed passion and positive transformation. So that applies to you too, B. So you've got the element of fire right now. So now's the time to, get in touch with your crush sage, because there's a passion in the air, both for you and him. So if if there's anyone that has passed that you loved, let me know and we can draw a card for your past loved one, the person who has died in your life. And it can be someone recent or someone many, many years ago. It doesn't matter. They're all kind of over there waiting for us to reach out.
While we're waiting, why don't we show them? Do one for me, for my grandma.
Okay. So Sarah's doing one for her grandmother. So let me see here. Oh, this one spoke to me right away. Weird. We are soulmates.
Oh.
So this is awesome. So this was for Sarah's grandmother. We are soulmates. And I often get that confused and think that soulmates that is you're in love with, that you're romantically involved with, and that's not true. So I want to kind of put it out there what soulmates are, because when the theory is when we have past lives and we're going into other lives once we have lived this life, is that we tend to swing in the circle of the same soul. So we keep meeting the same souls over and over again because we're supposed to be in that particular group. So someone who was, say, your mother in this life may have been a sister in a past life, or a father in a past life, or even, could have been a lover in a past life as well. So when you're soulmates, it just means that you're very connected and you've probably had a lot of lives together. So when you meet someone that you just kind of connect with outside of the romantic realm, like, you were close with your grandmother, I take it?
Yeah,
very close. So she knows, it's her way of telling Sarah that we're going to be together again, because they keep meeting each other over and over again and have probably been in many, many different relationships with each other. Maybe Sarah was her grandmother's grandmother in one life. Who knows? But it means we're going to be meeting again. So not to worry, you will see me again, kind of thing. And that's what soulmates are. Soulmates are not necessarily a romantic connection. It just means you're with a soul that you've been with for many, many lives over and over again. So you've seen a lot of stuff. And I know, for instance, I'm a soulmate with my son because I know we've done some lives together. So it's really kind of cool that we've been together in many, many lives. And we've been together in one life as friends, not even like family members, just as friends. But it's really interesting when you do a past life regression. Oh, hey, Kathy. Kathy's here. Yay. So, Kathy, we are doing draws from Talking to Heaven. That's where I got the soulmate card from, for past loved ones. So if there's a past loved one you want to maybe connect with and see if there's any messages, please let me know who the past loved one was, whether it was a grandparent or a cousin or a friend or whatever. Your dad. Okay. All right, Kathy. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to see what there is. Oh, well, thank you for being here, B. I appreciate it. All right. So Kathy's dad. Let's see what Kathy's dad wants to say. This was the one that's speaking to me. And it says, tears. Can I get it there? Tears cleanse the soul. That's the other thing I like about the real camera. So I'm not using my real camera. I'm using, unfortunately, the camera on the computer. So it turns the words around, but my other camera makes it so you guys can read it as well. But it says, tears cleanse the soul. So, he knows you've been doing a lot of work. And he knows that you're a warrior. but even warriors have to cry sometimes. So let yourself release, and be okay with crying, because sometimes when we're very, very strong people, we feel like tears are weakening us in some way. They're not. Tears actually help to strengthen us. They help us release so that we can move forward without a lot of baggage. So this is advice from your father saying tears, cleanse the soul. And they're very, very good to allow yourself to do that. I know for a long, long time as a young woman, I was like, I'm never crying in front of people and I'm strong. But as I've gotten older, I've seen the wisdom in tears to just let them come. And, everything feels better. It's kind of like when a rain shower happens in the summer and it just kind of gets rid of the heat and the bugs and everything. And it's just like, oh, that felt so refreshing. So let yourself cry, Kathy, and know that it's cleansing and that your dad's right there with you when it happens. You're right. We do have a delusion about crying. Absolutely. Oh, dear. All right. So we've done the people that, are going to watch it on the rewatch. And we've done a couple of these. And I got my honey wax candle going. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping to put another order in. So if you want, I'm going to be putting pictures up. I've been procrastinating, but they make amazing, amazing Christmas presents. I'll show you the candle. Ooh. So these are beautiful, handcrafted beeswax candles. And, Sarah just said they smell amazing. I burn it. I'm going to burn it every week now for her. And of course, beeswax candles help to cleanse the air of negative ions. And these are handcrafted by a farmer in Ontario, Canada. So I'm hoping to put an order in soon. So I'll be putting some of the pictures up of their candles that I carry. And you can pre-order them for whatever Christmas presents or for yourself or whatever. They have like white beeswax candles as well with lavender in them. They have coffee ones. They have Tai Chi ones, or chi coffee or tea or whatever. Tea. I always want to say Tai Chi because that's
chai tea.
Chai tea. And then they have the regular beeswax honey ones that I just saw, and they look like, I love this sort of rigid look. I don't like the smooth look as much because I like that it looks so vintage that way. So check out my Facebook page for pictures of those candles if you'd like to pre-order some in the order that I'm going to be placing. And they should be here in time for Christmas. No problem at all. All right. Anyone else here?
No one else.
Okay. Well, it's almost 8:00.
Do a bonus.
Okay.
For your deck that you got in Prague.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Where did I put that deck? Let me see here. I'll do a bonus draw. Oh, here it is. I'll do a bonus draw from that. All right. You guys are getting bonus cards. Yay.
Welcome, everyone.
Yes. To the credit goes Sarah. All right. Let's see what we get. This is another group card. See what happens. Yeah, I love this deck. I got it in Prague. In fact, I just had a client this morning who was from Prague. I was like, oh, that's so weird. Oh. Yes, her mother used to work in a factory in Prague when it was communist. Six of Wands, everybody. This is good. So the Six of Wands, you can see this knight is marching or riding on his horse out of the castle, and everybody around him is cheering. So this means there are a couple of different things. This could mean that there's a new quest starting for you, But it also means, and this is the first kind of thing I picked up on, was if you want to move forward in your job or career, now is the time to do it, because now is the time when you will be noticed. So your boss or whoever signs the paychecks will notice that you're doing something and that you're amazing at what you're doing, or think that, geez, this person needs to move up. So now's the time to do that. It could also be a good time to ask for a raise, should you want a raise. But definitely you'll be noticed, so you might get bumped up to a different, better job, to a different, better paycheck, that sort of thing. So that's what's in the air. Job will be nice and smooth, and now's the time for movement if you want to take that chance and do it. It's saying that the winds are with you. So keep that in mind, along with the Make Magic one. What was it? It was, where is it now? Did I put it back? I hope not. I can't remember what it was, but you guys will remember what it was. Not Time to Shine. That was On Target, Happy Love. That was yours. I probably mixed it back into the deck by accident. Oh dear. Let's see. Do I recognize? Oh, it was fire. It was fire. That's what it was. So yes, wands are fiery too. So wands are the fire element. And I remember saying to Bea, who was here earlier, that she was asking about a crush. So, the fires of passion. But the fires of passion also apply to your work or career, because you're usually pretty passionate about it, especially if you don't get paid for it. So you miss the paycheck if you aren't passionate about it. So bring some passion to your work, because now is the time for good things to happen in your work, where you'll be recognized, where you can get that promotion, that pay raise, that bonus, whatever it might be, it's right there for you. Okay, so hope that gets you going this week. It's Monday night, so it's the beginning of the week, so you can go in and wow your boss all this week. And whatever lucky breaks you need in your job are coming for you this week. So take advantage of that energy.
What is coming next week?
What is coming next week?
What is next week?
Next week?
Next week is the first Monday after Halloween.
Oh, the first Monday after Halloween. Yes. So we're doing a big reading that night, aren't we?
Yeah.
So anyone that makes a donation for next week, it's the day after Halloween, so the veil is still very thin. I will have my Talking to Heaven deck again, but this is the week next week is the week where I'll be doing the big 5 card reading for those that make donations. It's whatever amount you want to make. So there'll be, the Halloween Oracle, the Season of the Witch, the Making Magic, the Prague Gothic Tarot, and then what's the other one? Witch's Wisdom. All my witchy decks will be coming together, and you will get a full, I believe it's a 5-card reading from all of those cards to really get a deeper reading. And it just costs a donation. People pay me good money for that size of reading, normally speaking. So take advantage while you can. It's kind of a celebration for Halloween and Samhain, I mean. All right. I think that's everything, right?
That is it.
Okay, well, thank you so much for those of you that could join us. And thank you very much for those of you that are joining us afterwards on the replay. I hope you enjoy it. I believe Sarah, I've been watching, has been putting up all the time markers for those of you that are watching later and want to see where your cards are taking you this week. Okay, have a great week. Get that bonus or promotion that the cards are saying is there, and have fun this week. Bye. All right.